Hey friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today I'm gonna be building a first of the prize cars for my competition. And this one is gonna be going to Son from Shadow and Son channel. Yeah, and what is my inspiration for this one? My inspiration for this one is your own build. So I'll just have a look at what I can do with this car, you know, to tie it to your monstrosity. It probably ain't gonna be as big as that one because we use some different toys, definitely, but let's just try to do something, you know, that's gonna be at least fitting within a team, I would say. Yeah, let's just flip around and go on the table. And here we have him. He's big, he's yellow, yeah, which we all know, you know, yellow, it have to be done. And we have a friend for him, yeah, which I'm gonna cannibalize a little bit, yeah, because when I looked at the plows that I have, I discovered that none of them are actually fit to work on this car. Now, how this one is going off? Oh, like this. That's great. Yeah, the rest of this, you know, vehicle gonna be used for a terrain, probably for 40k. So I don't care, or maybe I'm gonna use it as some sort of build for Gaslands. Still undecided on this one. Oh, come on, why did the wheel have to snap out? There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna put this to the side and let's start building. So, giant plow. Oh, this is actually removable completely, which is awesome. Let's have a look. I'm just thinking, you know, that the handles that are here could actually work for the build itself completely. Yeah, let's just have a look. Yeah, but then those holes do not work. So okay, I'm gonna leave the handles off. So now you can see where I'm taking inspiration from your own build. Yeah, I'm gonna glue it in here. Probably gonna need some baking soda. I don't think that the driver gonna be able to see anything. Oh no, if I just glue it a little bit tilted, that's gonna work. And it's gonna be still going on the ground. And I have somewhere prepared trucks. I did prepare trucks because I was looking at your build and, you know, there was trucks involved, so I have a set of trucks. I'm just gonna put them on the back wheels, you know, to make this into a half truck. And we're gonna have this big plow in the front. I think that, you know, just putting this slightly gonna allow that. And of course, I was looking at this minigun, but I think that is a bit too small for this build, so maybe something more chunky on the roof. Okay, now where do I have my crappy clippers? Here they are. So let's start. Okay, I saved the wheel. It didn't fly off. Come on. All right, I have the wheels saved for later. Built. Yeah, and first of all, I need to, of course, cut off this little nibbly, knobbly, wibbly, wobbly piece here, which will stop me from gluing everything nicely and flush. And I can see in here this exhaust pipe thingy is as well not great for me. Just give it a little bit of cut, and remember, try to keep your fingers away from the blade. Yeah, try to cut away from yourself, and if you cannot, please be gentle and, you know, keep a good blade control, as cutting yourself with an X-Acto isn't a fun thing to do. I was working on some terrain and I was holding a what do you call it? I was holding a measuring tape like that, and I was cutting, and my finger in the last moment just slipped in, and I cut it like in here. Yeah, so you need to be just careful to don't do that. It's painful, and like especially with this kind of, you know, very precise cut. Yeah, it's gonna be bleeding for ages. So please be careful. Yeah, how you can hear, I got traumatized by a cut. So I can see a problem in here, but when I'm gonna put it on this, the front wheel gonna be much higher. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna push this backwards, and you know, it's gonna partially sit in the wheel well. Thanks to this, the entire truck is gonna be more stable, just a little bit lifted on this back truck. Yeah. So a little bit of sanding. Again, it's only for the better grip. And because you know how much I like yellow, I ain't gonna be even screwing with the original color that we have in here. I'm gonna be leaving the yellow on it. I can even leave the decals, I think. It's more about the rest of the build. Just need to check that I put it properly. Okay, let's just add some extra super glue here. Yep, you know, there is an empty space in here which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Okay, let's just keep this up and have some, come on. I don't want to completely damage the paint, just enough so it's gonna have some grip on this with the super glue. And of course I'm using one of the 3D printed mini guns, as you know, coming up with a cool little guns out of plastic card can be a little bit annoying. Now this is too small to fill up this gap. I'm just thinking, you know, about putting something into this gap just to fill it up. But on the other hand, it's not really that bad. Okay, now the plow. Yeah, that was what I started with. I could probably cut those off, and then it's gonna slip a little bit better into the car itself. I need better clippers. So I was thinking about changing the front wheels for the bigger ones, you know, especially when I was straight away, before I even started assembling this one, seeing the issue with this, the track's gonna lift it up. But actually I just decided against it. Okay, now I see that this is blocking the wheels from moving properly. Not like it's gonna make any difference really, but let's just cut it off. And now hope that this is gonna sit as I want it to sit. Yep. So yeah, it's gonna be a tremendous amount of super glue again, and I just stick it in. And, you know, I could probably use the super glue activator if I have one, but of course I do not. So let's look for baking soda, because I know that I have some here. Oh. And you know, I really hope that those cars, because I don't ever I cannot ever promise that all of those cards gonna arrive in one piece. Yeah, it's all more of a hoping than being sure. Even if I pack it very well, post office can do tremendous things to the packages. So I'm really counting on it that it's gonna arrive in one piece. Maybe this. I'm just thinking, you know, what to fill up the gap with. And of course I have bought some rubber bands. And you remember, those of you who watched it, you remember that I used it in the ice cream truck build. It's a very... And in the big rig I still have to finish the giant thing. Yeah, this kind of works, you know, and if I put it in here, just look at it, it's filling up the gap. It's looking like there's something mechanical inside, in the back, which is exactly what I want it to look like. Yeah, no two questions about it. Again, just very small amount of super glue, you know, enough to drown an elephant in it. And now the silly question, did you actually know that there was something called a HIPPO legislation in US? Yeah, there was a time about 100 or so years ago when Americans was actually thinking about farming hippos, and there was the experts, you know, talking on the subject of hippos, was saying that the hippopotamus are, you know, very docile and gentle creatures. Whew, how wrong they were, you know. Hippopotamus kill about 300 to 500 people every year, so I think that, you know, people in the swamps of Minnesota are very happy that this legislation didn't go through. I think it was supposed to get them to Minnesota, yeah, or whichever is the swampy state, yeah. All right, and let's just, you know, add him, make him a little bit of a gasser. Yeah, just give him some extra pipes. I would say 2 on each side, and then of course, son, you can figure out, you know, some crew and put it in. Yeah, but I just gonna finish this up with, oh, come on, with 4 pipes, so 2 on each side. And of course, you know, it's gonna be very accurate when it comes to reality with how all of that works. Yeah, so we're just gonna stick the extra pipes just somewhere in here and just glue them just for a look. Yeah, you all know that I love to be realistic when it comes to those cars. Yeah, realism is my second name, I would say, when it comes to my Gaslands builds. Oh, come on. I'm failing so badly today at simple stuff. So yeah, just in here, and then a little bit of, let's just cut it in 4 pieces. I'm not even gonna be trying to do anything else with that. Yeah, so super glue, where did I put it? Here. Right, so some super glue inside of the pipe, then the rubber band, yeah, and I know that Shadow and Sun are using those bands to tidy their hair, so you guys, it should be no short on this material to build your cars. Yeah, just remember to use it responsibly. It is very, you know. No, I'm sorry, my brain is today, you know, completely in the wrong place. I'm having, you know, weird dad jokes. Level of my jokes is really out there. But I've been like that for a couple of weeks now, throwing dad jokes left, right, and center. So I hope that you can forgive me, people. Yeah. It's just, Armstrong being Armstrong, I guess. Alright, and now let's just do a little bit of sanding on each side of the car. Not too much, just enough for a better grip for a super glue. And I'm even fine with all of those decals, still sitting on it. We're gonna be covering them later on with a tiniest amount of weathering. Of course, I don't even, after all of my break that I took for work-related reasons, the reason was that I was really thinking about quitting that job and just saying to hell with it. I don't even know where my paints are now, so I'm gonna have to get my arse up and search for the right colors. Yeah, the job was making me really miserable, but I think that I finally found my footing in it, and hopefully I'm gonna last in it for some substantial amount of time, and not get my personality completely obliterated by working in the phone center, as I heard people saying that a lot of their friends change after working for phone centers, so call centers. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I'm strong-minded enough to do the job and not go completely bonkers. As right now I should just simply need the money, I'm just saying, if I ever get to 100,000 subscribers and can afford it, I'm just gonna drop it. Or find something better that's not cause me so much anxiety. Yeah, I think that the other option is probably the second option is probably more, more of a realistic option than getting to 100k subs. But who knows? Miracles happen. Miracles happened. And when I was doing more of a consistent amount of videos and more of a consistent amount of promoting it on the Facebook and everywhere, it was really growing. Oh, come on, did I just screw it up? It was really growing in I would say, on a decent speed right now, because like I said, I'm taking this job more seriously, and it's taking a lot of my time. It's stifled a little bit the progress of my channel, but hopefully it will be, just getting used to the job is more of an issue than anything else. Like I usually don't have such a problems with jobs. Yeah, I've been working in plenty different places. I've been working in art galleries and stuff, and the call center is just kind of meh. Yeah, not the best, not the worst job I ever did. Somewhere in the middle grounds, I would say. I would still love to work in the art gallery instead of it. Alright, okay. So what I'm gonna do now, yeah, there it is, nice and chunky. Yeah. Now I'm gonna just black bomb it and be right back. So now that I have it black bombed, yeah, I'm just gonna grab a napkin and let's start with applying the metallic dry brush. Of course, I'm gonna be using one of the best brushes in the world, which means that the brush is crap as heck and I don't really care about it. Yeah. But I like my crappy brushes because I don't have to care about the brush, and sometimes there is still a little bit of uncured super glue on my builds. Which means that, you know, expensive brushes, especially for Gasland builds, go to waste very quickly in my case. So what I'm doing, you know, to save costs, I just buy a set of brushes on AliExpress once in a while, and I just don't count on this that they're gonna arrive in any timely manner. I just, you know, get them when I get them. And they really save me cost, and I cannot really complain because whenever I receive them, you know, they are good enough for painting miniatures for a couple of weeks or sometimes months. So to everyone who thinks that cheap brushes from AliExpress are crap, I would say yes, they are. Yeah, but still in the long run, you don't have to care about them as much as you care for your expensive Winston and whatever brushes. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Winston's brushes are bad, they are great. But again, expensive. Yeah, and of course you're paying for the quality of the brush. But I don't really think that most of the people in the world really need those brushes to paint their miniatures. Most of us probably, you know, can do fairly well with brushes from pawn shop. Yeah, but that's again my take on it. Yeah, you may agree, you may disagree. I know that some people would adamantly say, you know, that the good brushes are definitely worth much more than a cheapo from pawn shop, but I learned that if you take, well, the good brush gonna definitely, you know, increase the speed you're painting with. Yeah, the right brush maybe in that case. Yeah, because good brushes, you know, are just taking more paint, you know, in one go. They do have plenty of bonuses. Yeah, but for like, if you are doing like me, that you are just throwing one build at a time and not batch painting, yeah, then in most cases probably one brush gonna be just good enough for you, or, you know, even crappy brush is gonna be good enough for you because you are not spending like, you know, 8 hours painting an army. If you spend 8 hours painting an army, oh, I do not envy you. Well, maybe a little bit, because, you know, there's a patience involved in that. I'm sorry, my voice is going away. The beauty of working in the call center, again, strikes, yeah. But yeah, basically, crappy brushes are as good as anything else when it comes for, you know, Gaslands builds. At least I can make do with crappy brushes. I surely hope that most of you could as well. Yeah, and to be completely honest, I just rather spend extra money on a cool car than on an extra brush that's, you know, gonna get screwed up next time around. And of course, like I'm always saying, I do buy good brushes, yeah, once in a while, just whenever I feel like, you know, I'm gonna be doing a big project, especially for Warhammer. Yeah, I'm gonna spend money on a good brush, but generally I go for cheapo brushes. And that's the same, you know, with the paint. When you have a good paint, of course, the paint gonna help you faster, you know, to approach the subject matter. Yeah, especially with painting, like we paint Warhammer armies. Yeah, I mean, we hobbyists. Yeah, good brush gonna really lend itself to painting an army. Yeah, but with crappy brush you can do still the same, just it's gonna take you longer. Right now I'm testing the what do you call those paints? Come on, contrast paint. Any good, you know, for like a blood splatters on this ram. So you see, you have my next experimentation here. Okay, let's just throw Maybe I'm just gonna paint the front of it in red. Maybe it was just shooting. It is still heat up. I'm not very good at heat effects, so I'm sorry. Okay, now I don't have any alcohol really on hand, so I'm really hoping that this is gonna stick to the paint. But in here you can see I have some ground down pastels. Yeah, it's not weathering powder, it is just ground down pastels that I just grounded up ages ago. My dog is now sleep barking. You can probably hear that in the video. Oh, okay, it survived. It survived in one piece, which is a good thing. So you can see you don't have to go for expensive weathering pigments. Yeah, the cheap pastels from your local pawn shop can do pretty much the same. Of course, you know, they don't have the good bonding agent, so you know, using a some sort of alcohol or spray, you know, to help them bonding would definitely be advantageous, but not fully necessary. I just want this, you know, competition prizes to look better. Yeah, that's why I'm playing with the weathering powders. Normally, you know me, I don't do those too much. Yeah, but here it is. So this one is going to Son from Shadow and Son channel. Okay, and since it is the second place, oh yeah, at the spin table we're gonna see what cars extra gonna go his way. So just grab spin table now. And here it is, completed. A Son prize for the second place is here. So congratulations, mate. I just make this one for you. And I'm just, you know, thinking what else could I send your way. Yeah, and so yeah, of course, you know, I hope that you all like this video, but I think that, you know, I said the second place gonna be 2 extra cars, so let's just move that camera back. We're gonna see the mess on my desk. Yeah, and for the competition prizes, I didn't want to dig into my old box with the old cars, so I went and I got the back. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna put a hand into the back and pull one car. So this is the first one you're gonna get. Drum something, I don't know what it is. Yeah, and now for the second brand new one. Come on. Oh, okay. Something big, yeah. So yeah, of course, with that you're gonna get a pieces, 3D printed pieces, yeah. And you know, since I'm gonna be sending already package your way as well, I'm gonna throw in those cars that I promised your father. So guys, you have something to look forward to. I hope that you like what I built for you. Yeah, I didn't want to change the colors, including the plastics. Yeah, plastics can be, you know, a little finicky, but you know, I just think that you can actually put something on the back if you are so inclined to. Yeah, but I hope that this one gonna become one of your favorite cars for your Gasland games. So everybody, if you like this video, please rate, comment and subscribe. Yeah, and of course share this video with everyone, and everybody have a great day. Bye.